On the night the river roared like a beast denied its sacrifice, a lone woman fled through the forest, her wrapper soaked, her feet bruised, her breath trembling with terror. Behind her, the masked guards of Izudo the Gold Lord beat their drums of pursuit, shouting, "Catch her! The master needs her before midnight." Her name was Kizaram, once the pride of the village. Now the hunted wife of a man she thought was her golden destiny. But to understand her fear, we must return to where her story began. Adana and Kizaram were born in the same moment, but their spirits could not have been more different. Adana was calm, soft-eyed, gentle as river mist. Kizaram burned with hunger, for respect, for status, for the life she believed she deserved. The old seer had warned their mother. One shall rise through humility. One shall fall through desire. As he spoke, the twins' wrists glowed. Adana's with a steady, peaceful light. Kizaram's with a flickering, restless flame. The village never forgot that omen. As they grew, fate began to weave itself quietly. Adana's heart found a home in Obina, a poor fisherman with nothing but a cracked canoe and a quiet smile. The villagers mocked him loudly. "He will never rise. Her beauty is wasted on poverty." But Adana saw what they did not: kindness, humility, a soul that listened. One afternoon, Obina pulled a drowning old woman from the river. As she caught her breath, she whispered, "You have a good soul." The moment he turned to help her again, she vanished, leaving behind ripples that glowed under the sun. Adana knew then that Obina was more than what the world claimed. Then came Izudo the Gold Lord. He arrived with a caravan so bright the sun seemed to bow in jealousy, horses draped in golden cloth, servants carrying mirrors and masks, and at the center, Izudo himself, glittering like treasure. The entire village whispered. Kizaram did not whisper. She stared openly, hungry for the world he represented. Izudo noticed her boldness. "Greatness belongs to those who reach for it," he said. She did not hesitate. She reached. And from that moment, the village said, "Kizaram will rise. Adana will drown in poverty. But the river never lies." Their weddings happened the same season. Kizaram married Izudo in a palace drowning in gold. The air shook with drums. Silks covered the walls. Every ear heard the sounds of wealth. Adana married Obina beside the river, under lanterns made from calabashes. Soft, warm, peaceful. As Kizaram crossed the palace threshold, thunder rumbled. The golden mask attached to Izudo's belt dripped water, though no rain had fallen. She ignored it. Beautiful things often hide sharp edges. It didn't take long for Kizaram to realize the palace was not a home, but a beautiful cage. The rules strangled her. She must never enter the East Wing. She must never touch Izudo's golden mask. She must never ask about the whispers after midnight. At night, she heard screams, soft at first. Then louder. Her curiosity became her torment. One moonless night, she followed the echoes. They led her to the forbidden East Wing, where a cold mist covered the floor. Inside she found clothes belonging to servants who had disappeared, bowls filled with river water, and a shrine dedicated to a dark river spirit. Before she could flee, Izudo's voice filled the room. "The river has blessed me with wealth for many years," he said calmly. "Every 7 years, it requires a sacrifice, the one closest to my heart." He stepped closer, eyes shining unnaturally. "This time, Kizaram. It is you." The palace suddenly became death itself. Kizaram ran. Through the halls. Down the steps. Into the forest. The guards followed, shouting commands. The river rose, angry, swollen, ready for vengeance. She looked back only once. And that was enough to see the river spirit emerge, towering like a storm. It dragged Azuto into the depths with icy hands. Kizaram barely escaped with her life. She collapsed on the village road, shivering. It was Adana who found her. Adana who carried her home. Adana who fed her, washed her, held her while she cried. Kizaram wept bitterly. I chased gold. And almost lost my soul. But in Adana's humble home, where laughter lived and Obina worked tirelessly, Kizaram felt peace for the first time. Meanwhile, Obina's fortune quietly grew. The glowing fish in his nets attracted merchants from distant lands. His small trade blossomed. The villagers who once mocked him now greeted him with respect. But shadows cling. One night, Kizaram saw Azuto's reflection in the river, pale, ghostly, shimmering with greed. Return to me, he whispered. I can still give you everything. Fear tried to consume her. But Adana's kindness had replanted her heart. Kizaram picked up the golden mask, the one symbol of her destruction, and smashed it against a rock. The reflection shattered. The river glowed like dawn. The river spirit rose, tall and bright, no longer dark. Humility raises, it intoned. Greed destroys. But repentance restores. A beam of light washed over Kizaram, dissolving the mark of her past. She collapsed, relieved and free. That same season, Adana and Obina's fortune flourished. Their home fed the hungry, sheltered the poor, lifted the village. The prophecy had come true. One rose through humility. One fell through desire, and rose again through repentance. At sunrise, the twins stood beside the calm river. The water, once their judge, now shimmered with peace. And the storyteller ends with this truth. My children, remember. True wealth grows where hearts are clean. And gold without goodness always turns to dust.